Good morning, students. This is the first video of the chapter Outcomes of Democracy, and this video has been made for class 10th. Now, let us start this chapter. In this particular chapter, we will try to understand the basic outcome of democracy, or what are the effects of democracy in our country, or in other words, why democracy is considered the best form of government all over the world. So let us discuss this topic in detail. Now the question is here, is democracy the best form of government? How can you tell that democracy is the best form of government, or in other words, it is going to establish the best form of government? So let us discuss few important points, and on that basis we can tell easily that democracy is the best suitable form of government. So what are those points? So let us discuss. First point is written here that democracy promotes equality among citizens. We all know that in a democracy there is the provision of electoral competition, and through the electoral competition the candidates who is going to get maximum votes is in a position to form the government, or is in a position to become a part of the government, and it becomes because of the voters. And we all know that in India the voters has been given equal votes. So if all the voters are going to get equal votes without considering their background, or without any discrimination, then we can easily tell that this electoral system or this democratic setup is going to promote equality, and here we are talking about political equality. So political equality will be promoted among citizens. That is the biggest achievement of any democratic country, or the values of democracy. After that, the second point is mentioned that it enhances the dignity of the individual. Of course, if the poor person and the rich person will be treated alike, the poor person will feel dignified, because in that case poor person as well as rich person will get only one vote. So this will increase the dignity of an individual. Apart from that, we need to understand here also that democracy is going to provide other environment that is very important for the growth of an individual. Like in a democracy only you are able to exercise your liberty, your equality, you are able to get justice only. So all these things are possible only in a democratic setup or in a democracy. So this is how the individual dignity or dignity of an individual will be enhanced, it will be increased. Third point is mentioned here that improves the quality of the decision making. Of course, as more and more persons are associated, they are connected in a democracy, and democracy is all about consultation and discussion. So automatically the result that will come out, or the decision that will be come out, it will be very refined, it will be without any error. So of course the decision making quality will be improved, and that is mentioned here. Now under point number 4, it provides a method to resolve conflict. Democracy is going to provide certain provisions where conflict can be sorted out. Suppose there is a conflict between the state government and central government, then there is a provision of Supreme Court. The Supreme Court can settle out a dispute that may arise between the central government and the state government. So it is going to provide a method. So it is possible only in democracy, and democracy is going to provide such mechanism to resolve such disputes. Similarly, the dispute can occur between the state government, between two different states government. So here also the Supreme Court will act, and the provision of Supreme Court is again the outcome of democracy, or it is under the provision of democracy. Last point is here, it allows rooms to correct mistakes. That is very interesting point we need to understand here. Suppose voters have chosen their candidate, and after that they think that whatever they did, whatever they voted, and whatever they voted for a candidate, it was not the right candidate, he was not the right candidate. So at that time there is a provision that after 5 years of term they can correct their mistakes by appointing or by voting the next candidate who is more suitable. So this is how they can correct their own mistakes. Similarly, the politicians or the MP or MLA can also correct their mistakes by reinterpretation of law or by passing the law. So this is how we can see that or we can tell that democracy is best form of government. Now let us go with the some other things, some other elements that are provided by the democratic government. Democratic government provides transparent government. So transparency is the important key concept that is given by the democracy. So transparency is very important. Nowadays our government is working in a transparent manner, and it is working in the public domain. It is working for the public. That is why it is exposing everything to the public that is required in the public interest. Suppose any particular project is going on and it is related to your state highway or national highway, then each and every information is now going to be displayed on being displayed on the website or the related website of the particular government machinery or the particular government department. So this is how the transparency is being ensured nowadays. Now there was a time when under the Official Secret Act, everything was under the curtain, everything was behind the curtain, everything was behind the curtain, like it is given here under the cloak of secrecy. And ordinary people were not knowing that what activities the government was doing. Everything was very hidden, everything was very closed. So nothing was clear to public. Even the time was not clear that how much time it will take to complete the particular project. So everything was completely hidden, everything was under the control of government, and nothing was there before the public to watch. And that is why transparency was lacking here. So we can see here under two images. In one image, there was a time when everything was hidden, everything was obscure, everything was under the curtain. Now after that we can see now today everything is transparent. We can see in the same image, next slide, everything is transparent today. Now we can watch each and every activity of the government, we can ask questions from the government. And how it is possible? The transparency is possible because now we got RTI, right to information, and this right to information is giving us right to ask questions from the government, and government is bound to answer. Government is bound to give information related to the different projects, related to the different activities. So this is how the RTI has given ample opportunity to individual to go with the transparency. So this is the first outcome of democracy that we discussed, that is transparency. Now come to the next one, that is accountability. Now accountability, if you are going to put it very simply, its meaning is that government is answerable. Government is accountable for its act, for its activity. If we are going to choose the government for the next 5 years, it doesn't mean that government will work as per his choice, as per his convenience. It will have to work. It will have to work, but at the same time, it will have to become answerable to the public. Like we may have seen that in the parliament, the government is answerable. The government is answering the questions. Here we can see the government is answering the questions that is asked by the opposition or by the representative of people. Now, come to the last important outcome of democracy, that is, or that the democracy is providing, that is legitimate government. So, what is legitimate government? The government that is legitimate, it means that government that has come to power by using law. We all know that under different articles of the Constitution, there is a provision of election process, and after passing of every 5 years, there is a provision of election. So that is completely lawful. So government that is in the power is completely lawful, and everything that is being performed by government is also lawful. We can easily understand that government will act according to the law. Government cannot go beyond the law. It is bound by the Constitution of India, it is bound by the law of India. So we can see easily that whatever is being discussed, whatever is being passed in the parliament, it is going to become law after it is going to get assent of the signature. It is going to assent of the president or signature of the president. So this process that the government is following is completely lawful as it is given by the Constitution. Government here cannot act independently or as per his own wish. The government will have to follow the guidelines, it will have to follow the instructions of the Constitution, and government will have to act accordingly. So here we have to understand that government is legitimate government. It means government is going to act as per the law. The government must do all the things that is lawful. So this is the outcome of democracy. So we discussed here three important outcomes, that is transparency, first one is second one is legitimate government, and third is accountability. So this is all about in this video. Thank you so much.